Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is TMI. I want to take a look at a functional refineries vis-a-vis protocol refineries. Yes, say 70% to 80% complete. I'm about to start refining. If it should start happening right now, what will be the impact on the economy? With me here in the studio, he is a political analyst, a businessman. He lives on petrol products. Join me to welcome Don Peters. Welcome to TMI Tuesday edition. Appreciate your coming.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, viewers.
Yeah. I choose to call on you because you are in the market of petroleum, diesel, petrol, you just name it. When our president came into the picture, he said subsidy is gone, and that release brought up so many things. There were so many things that Nigerians never expected to happen, started seeing it. Some said, after all, we are suffering and, of course, smiling. But they said, look, give me time. Now bear the pains. Later, you will smile. But many Nigerians are yet to smile. But this seems like a flicker of hope. One of our refineries has been rebooted, so to speak. Now, what do you have to say if this is anything to go by?
Well, from what we heard, that HARCOURT Refinery, at least 77% completed. That is almost 100%, without being told. And if our president hold a high esteem to the integrity of his words, it's a renewed hope for the masses. Once the HARCOURT Refinery, people begin to lift product from there, at least there will be adequate supply of petroleum products nationwide, because HARCOURT Refinery has about 210,000 barrels, at least can refine up to 210,000 barrels, without being told. And from statistics, though it's not, we are not sure. We are aware that Nigeria consume about, before they say about 60,000 liters. Then from there to 42,000 liters. But however it may, if they begin to lift product from HARCOURT Refinery, I tell you the truth, it's going to help a lot in the economy. Many people that have gone out of market, at least there will be hope for the youth, for working folks. Be it technology, be it domestic, whatever you may call it. Because as far as the business, the place begin to boom, and there is lifting is taking place there, as the president promised, definitely there will be adequate supply. Fuel scarcity will no longer be there. That is what people, at least the hope of the people will be there. At least people will not have hope. At least there will be joy in the heart of many. And more so, you find that if refinery is functioning, the idea of sourcing for dollars to purchase fuel, or what we call subsidy, will no longer be there. If our domestic refinery is functioning, it will be a competition to others. At least government will encourage the modular refinery also. Individual will come into the market. I believe once other sectors come into the market, they find that our oil is functioning, there's nothing like subsidy, then the market for supply and demand will not determine the price. That is what is going to play.
All right. You used the word if.
Yes.
Are you doubting the government of the day?
You know, not that I'm doubting the government of the day, but you, the press, need to see first and foremost, because the greatest problem Nigeria have is, one of them is the press.
How? Why would you say that?
Because at times you will give us information without you going to the source to verify. You understand me? But we are already aware that is functioning. That is HARCOURT Refinery. However it may, this is a new president, a new era, a new regime altogether. It's a renewed hope altogether. I am expecting, and I still believe, the one we have now, the president, hold a high esteem to the integrity of his words. Because from what he said, if you are not functioning as a minister, whatever is going, they will show you exit. So let Nigeria have the hope that yes, things will come back.
Despite the if
yes.
Then statement.
Despite the if, there is still hope. Like me, I believe that it's a man that stands by his words.
Now, some are saying that Remember what happened to our refineries way back. We have 3 or more refineries functional, but somewhere along the line, they became moribund because of the same set of players that are in the industry. Without overhauling the same set of players that are operating the NNPC and it's like, do you think this refinery will stand the test of time? Don't forget the aspect of saboteurs.
Yeah, definitely. You know, when the head is good, the body will be good. As far as there's new leader there, who mean well for the masses, who stand by his words, definitely, those saboteurs, people that ensure that the refinery for decades is not functioning, I believe you know how to handle them. That's one thing I believe. When the president will say, no, this is what I will do. He's the commander-in-chief. He have what it takes to discipline whoever it may be. At least if it mean well, maintenance culture, people that are within the maintenance industry, in its sector, will be held accountable for it. It should make adequate provision, security for the what? Refinery. We don't want to wake up one day and say the refinery breakdown. No. We want to see a functioning what? Refinery. That the money they spent is not wasted, and the money that whatever they are yielding every day, every month, at least they should be transparent enough to the masses. For example, you come up with this and say, okay, this is the amount of product we refined today. This is how many truck lifted today. This is their destination. You are able to tell the masses what you people lift every day: diesel, petrol, kerosene, gas, whatever it may be.
Someone said that we don't even know what we have in oil depots. We don't even know the refined product we have. We don't even know what we drill from the ground. So about crude oil per barrel, we don't have the record. So how can we sustain a refinery that was moribund years ago because of mismanagement?
The government need to put the right person there. You know, when you put a square peg in a square hole, you will get it right. So I am not doubting the president that is there. You know, most people said, this is what he did in Lagos. I believe he has the charisma. He has that leadership quality. Because if you look at what play before he emerged into power, you find that it's not because he's too smart or whatever it may be, but God have a purpose for everything. That is for me. Leadership, anyone on top in authority is placed there for a purpose by God. So God knows why he allowed it to be there. So I do believe that he, as a president, mean well for the masses. You need to put a round peg in a round hole, a square peg in a square hole. You understand what I'm saying? And if those things are done, and there is transparency and adequate security, I tell you the truth, we all will be happy.
Now, talking about transparency and adequate security, that brings to mind the so-called cabals in the oil industry. Do you think they'll let this fly?
Definitely. Because last time when I listened to Okonjo Iweala, when he talked about the cabal in the oil security, in the oil sector, but that is already past. But I know
some are saying it isn't past yet, that they are still there.
They are still there.
Monitoring everything.
Yeah.
Even trying to strangulate Nigerian economy just to shame Mr. President. And they are still very much on the ground.
Yes, the cabals are there. Even Jonathan said it, that there are cabals. But when a cabal, it just means, I put something like this, that when fear see fear, 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 fear.
When fear sees fear, 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 fear.
Yeah, because if you call yourself a cabal and you jump a higher cabal, definitely you will humble. Because I know that the man that is there is a tough man. You understand me? He have what it takes to put everyone in their right position. So I'm not afraid that those cabal will be able to oppress him. I'm not afraid at all. If he's able to emerge as the president, he's for a purpose. He have what it takes to do it. So we shouldn't be afraid. We should allow him to do what he said he wants to do. And however it may, we want also to see that there is transparency in the oil sector. Let them begin to give account monthly, weekly, monthly to the masses. This is the amount of crude oil we refine every day. This is the amount of crude oil we export. That is what the masses, once that transparency is there, I tell you the truth, you know that we are in the step, we are in the right direction. But when there is mute, there is nobody is hearing from the oil sector how many crude oil is being extracted, how many crude oil is being refined. At the end of the day, they can do whatever they want to do. But let them begin to give account weekly, monthly, so that the masses should be aware of what is going on. That is what the president needs to put in place.
All right now, some of the people know that, look, if they should happen, the same if we can stand the test of time, that marketers have their own opinions on this particular issue, you as a marketer, how's it going to affect you?
If Port Harcourt Refinery stand this test of time, definitely we will be happy. Well, it's just like all these network provider, MTN, Glo, ITEL. You found that initially when they come on board, the price was on the high side. But with time, when other
brands are coming in,
begin to come in, we no longer even hear of NITA anymore. Then you cannot decide. They can even dash you SIM card for free. You understand me? If the government, if the refinery stand the test of time, Warri Refinery is now functioning, Port Harcourt is functioning, Kaduna is functioning, and the modular refinery also have access to crude oil, there will be competition in the market. There will be competition in the market. From there, you find that the price of things will now be determined by demand and supply. That is what is going to play. Then we have the crude oil by ourselves. Then we are talking about naira. We are using the dollar to compete, assessing our crude oil with dollars.
Dollars.
Maybe by now, maybe say dollar is 1,200 naira to a dollar.
So that means we're not in charge of the prices.
You understand? Yeah. If the price of crude oil in the market is $100 per barrel, and the government diversify our economy, not only concentrating on the oil sector, going straight to the agricultural sector, engineering sector, other sector of the economy, mainly agriculture, and we begin to export our local product outside the country. If, for example, I produce rice here in Nigeria, like Thailand people, and I said this bag of rice is 5,000 naira. Then in America, that same bag of rice, they said it's what? $50. That 5,000 naira is equivalent to that $50. That's how it's going to play. Until the government diversify the economy, go to the textile industry, go to the agricultural industry, or other sector, you find that this refinery of a thing, there should not be subsidy for now, because if you put subsidy, other marketers will not be able to come in. If you say, okay, now because we are not producing the fuel, we have the refinery is not functioning, so you are subsidizing it for the masses. At the end of the day, people will begin to smuggle the product outside the country.
We are coming to that, the aspect of smuggling. If the price will crash in Nigeria, if what you're saying becomes a reality, I don't think there will be a hurry of smuggling of refined products outside the country to make more profit, thereby having a significant impact in our own economy.
You know, government know how to checkmate smuggling, all these things. For example, that is where transparency comes. Then, during what's so-called either military or the passenger era, if they supply you fuel, before you know what is happening, the PPROC, they are already there to dip your tank if actually they charge the fuel in your station. You understand? If you said this fuel is going to so and so destination, they will go and find out if actually you put that fuel there. Because if the fuel is made for local consumption, yes, the idea of smuggling out of the country, the immigration officer, know that they can easily be able to stop it 100%. You understand? But they can reduce it to the minimum, what? Barest minimum. Whereby you will not load about 100 trucks and just fly them out of the country. No, it won't happen. They can checkmate it. The immigrations are there, the customs are there to do those things. So we shouldn't be afraid. It's just what we need is transparency in the sector. By so doing, you find that things will begin to fall in places. Nigeria will be happy again.
All right. You talked about the law of demand and, of course, the law of supply. Does that mean that we'll be dealing in our own currencies? Is that what you're saying right now? When I exclude dollars. from the picture.
Yes, from the picture. We have the crude oil. It belongs to Hawks. You understand what I'm saying? This is crude oil belong to what? The Nigerians. We have our own what? Currency. We are sourcing for, we want to, what we have here that we're supposed to refine domestic within our place here. We go outside, we export it outside the country for them to refine it for Hawks. That is not fair. By then you source for dollar that will settle them, or whether you are going to do plus and minus. It's uncalled for. Now that we have it, our domestic refineries are working. Many sectors of the economy will be revived. The energy sector that needs gas to power their plant, they will need it. All this production of plastics and syringe and what we call it, most of there are many things from crude oil that they get from crude oil. It's not only petrol. There are many things that will benefit what? The economy. It's for the government to do the right thing now. Because all eyes are on what? Our president. They want to see that change. We don't want to see what happened to Dangote refinery. You say, okay, you are commissioning something. That is one thing I don't like. If we say we want to commission this refinery, let it be, as you are commissioning the refinery, truck will be there to load. They will say, oh, this truck is now, they have started what? Loading.
Loading.
That means the work has been what? Completed. It's not to commission something that have not started. Like Dangote refinery, what they did last time. Or go and bring the Kenyan airline and paint it to Nigeria airline. No, we don't need something like that. We want to see a working what? Government. And I do believe this government will stand by its words.
All right. Some are saying for us to really get there, there must be an overhaul of the system. Do you see Mr. President doing that?
Yeah.
Firing who ought to be fired and empowering those who ought to be empowered.
Definitely, maybe before you can come up and say you want to fire the people that are there, you have to do your underground work. So that you will not fire the innocent people. That is one thing. Because when you are doing anything, you will take your time. Within them, you may plant people among them and find out, give me information what is going on within the what sector. I believe that he has people there who are his eyes within the oil sector that will go to him secretly and give him what, and furnish him with whatever is going on within the industry. By so doing, he will know the right thing to do, know who to remove, who to replace, who to bring in. So I believe the president have advisors, have people within those sectors, and he know what to do. That's what we are looking at. Because from the way he speak, when he said, I will show you the exit if you are not performing, it means business. It's no longer business as usual. This is a new word, dispensation. So we want to see results any moment from now. Let all the refineries, let people begin to lift. Once they started lifting the product from there, then we're going to expect what? Reduction in price, because I know that the price will definitely come down in the sense that if you import fuel from other countries, you pay for what? Transportation. At least that cost of transportation will be removed first and foremost. Hence, the fuel we are buying now, no subsidy. Then that transportation will be removed. Definitely it will be changed. That is what Nigeria is looking for. They want to see reduction in what? The price of what? Petroleum product. And once the price reduces, it will affect other sectors of the economy. Transportation will definitely come down. But if we refine the product, at the end of the day, the price is still on a high side, like bag of rice. Whereby you import a bag of rice from Thailand, they sell it at 20,000 or so. We that are producing the rice, we are selling our own rice, what? How much? Almost about 50,000. That means something is wrong was somewhere. Because you need to do the right thing. Look for what? People that have the knowledge. How do they produce their rice that the price is cheap? You import it after paying transportation, it's still cheaper than what we have within. If our refinery is now working and the price is still on the high side, then the government needs to wake up and ask himself what is going on. What is actually happening in the oil sector? Why is it that so and so, if we went to go and buy fuel from Cameroon or from Kenya or from the price is on the low side. Now the one we are refining within our service on the high side, what is actually going on? That means there's something those people know that you don't know. From there, the government need to do its own research. It's like use the rice as an example. If, for example, I say, okay, I want a bag of rice to be 5,000 naira per bag, I'll go to Thailand and ask them, please, how do you people do your farm? Give me an strategy. How long? Maybe they will not tell me, okay, every 3 months we can farm this rice. Within 3 months we harvest. This is the machine we need. This is what we need. This is what we need. That we can easily do these things. At the end of the day, this is the quantity of rice I can get within the space of so air tax. By so doing, you yourself will now follow suit. Before you know what is happening, you begin to play along. You cannot supply to the neighboring country. So we want to see change, things coming down. Adequate supply of what? Fuel. When that is surplus, when other refinery wake up, modern refinery, all of them are now refining, at the end of the day, there will be competition among them.
Some of the opinion that in Nigeria, when things goes up, it doesn't come down. So how is it going to happen here?
Yeah, we know that hardly before it comes down, but it will definitely come down. If, for example, you are selling a bag of rice for 50,000.
Don't forget to give the example of foreign rice being cheaper than Nigerian rice. Won't that be the case also of foreign petroleum products cheaper than what we are making here?
If something like that happened, because if you find that foreign rice is cheaper than the rice we are producing here, that is to tell you something is wrong somewhere, that our farmers, our agriculturists, they are not doing enough. If they are doing enough, they know what to do. Definitely, we have more land. We have hectares of land that can you can cultivate what? Rice. So it's for the president to do the right thing. If, for example, I know that you are in Thailand, you are a rice specialist, and you are producing a bag of rice that they import it to my country, we are still selling it to 5,000, I'll call you as a president and say, Mr. Man, please, I want to see you. We have one-on-one talk. And once you come like that, I say, you know, we buy rice from you. Say, yes. I said, we are interested in this business. We want you to come and put your rice plant in this country here in Nigeria. Tell me the numbers of hectares you want. We will provide you. We'll reduce the taxation. You will employ our workers. We want also to join you to begin to supply rice to the neighboring African countries. It's for you just to have a rapport with him. You find that the person will have his rice plant here. He will even be happy that the cost of him transporting those things here is reduced. It will make more profit because the market is here. That is what they're supposed to do.
Are you like say that Nigerians are the ones killing Nigerians in terms of prices?
Definitely. That is the truth. That is not the truth. Because, for example, because it's just like our farmers. I learned that there are some farmers, now maybe like this space we have now. You plant rice, you're supposed to harvest like maybe 80 bags. Because you don't know the right variety to plant, you went to go and plant another variety. Instead of you to harvest 80 bags of rice, you are now harvesting 20 bags of rice. You find that there's problem there. But if you now find that you plant rice here, because of the variety, you are able to harvest more. And when you look at the cost of production, you know the profit you are going to make. You can sell it so that people will put smile on people's face. And you look at the advantage to the neighboring country. That is what it's good. That is how its business is supposed to be. The same thing is going to happen in the oil sector. You'll find that, like the network provider, for example, Glo, Ete, their data is not same price. If you are buying data from MTN or from the other one, check it very well. They don't say the same price. They have different price. So what we need, let the government put a round peg in a round hole to get it right. If it will cost you to go as far and look for the expatriates in that profession, bring it there just like a football field. Because leadership is like a football field. Your ability to manage the good, the bad, and the ugly. You have a defender, you have a goalkeeper there, you have a striker. You need to bring all these things to play to get results. That is what the president will do in this present dispensation. Because when you want the petroleum sector to work fine, look for the people that know much about the petroleum sector. What will we do that the price of these things will come down? If it will cost us to build another new refinery, you can do it. Because after Gowon was the one that built those refineries then, before the other one emerged. So if you can come up and say, I want to build a refinery, modern refinery that can refine high capacity of crude oil, you can do it at a cheaper what? Price.
Rates.
So that the price of whatever you are doing will come down. When you have adequate supply, because I realize that go one build those refineries there, not to export crude oil outside the countries. We are
entitled. For the local consumption.
We're supposed to be exporting refined product outside the country, not crude oil. That's what we're supposed to do. It's just like after farming cocoa, after having cocoa farm. For you to export the raw cocoa outside the country, you're supposed to convert it to milk, chocolate, other things, and export it out there. You make more money. When you refine the product, like when you refine petroleum, like one crude oil, we have about 159 liters of petroleum product. And from that 159, after refining it, it will become 170 because of the addictive they add to it. You have white petrol, PMS is on the higher side. It has 73%, followed by diesel 30-something, and kerosene, before you have other petrol, asphalt, and what we call. So if the government mean well, we should be exporting refined products. You know, we go to buy refined product from the neighboring country. Let us also wake up and begin to export refined product. Let them come and buy refined product from us.
At what price?
The market will determine the price. The market will determine, the force of demand and supply will determine what? The price. Whatever price is placed in the market, that is what they are going to buy.
Now, some of the people that, look, once we start refining, they have this mentality that once we start refining our petroleum, our crude oil, fuel per liter will be as low as 100 naira. How possible is that? Someone saying it's just going to 15 naira per liter. It's possible. What do you feel as a marketer?
No. We don't expect the price to drop drastically. Because, for example, you do your mathematics, you find out, okay, maybe for example, I say price of crude oil in the market, assume is what? $100 per barrel. And we have 159 liters from there. From that 159, after refining it, you have 170. From that same crude oil, you will calculate the liters of what is going to come out from there, maybe 70-something liters, diesel that is going to come out from there, the oil, the gas, whatever, everything.
All the products
that come from there. You know, so, okay, if I set this price as so and so amount, I said the diesel as so amount, I said this, as at the end of the day, this is the profit I want to get. You calculate them. At the end of the day, you get your own what? Result. That is why, if we expect the price to drop, government must diversify what? The economy. You understand? It must expand its tentacle to other sector of the economy, like the textile industry. You go there, encourage them, let us begin to produce more materials. You go to the agricultural sector, encourage them, let us produce enough so that we can be exporting all these things outside the country. When you are not exporting it, you find that we can get it right. Even for you to begin to import all this SUV, import other cars, you stop those things. You said, no, if you want me to patronize you, you must bring your plants to this country. Just like Peugeot there. All the president, the government workers, they use Peugeot. You say, come and put your Peugeot plant here. Our people will be working there.
We used to have Peugeot plants way back.
Yes.
They used to couple the cars. The other person, they just left the country because of so many other factors.
So our people will be working in those companies. You tell those people, you are not going to, if you want us to patronize you, bring your plant to this place. We have the market force. I will encourage all the government parastatals, even private companies, to patronize you. They will bring in their plants and begin to produce those things here. Then you also encourage other sector of the economy. For example, then, like the TV we are watching then, Boss TV, Sanyo, most of them we are assembled here in Nigeria. We have raw material for most of these things that they are producing. Even all this toilet sink, pipe, we have those things here. Even ASCON, they are there. We have iron ore. So you encourage all those companies. By then, if they are producing these things here, from here they can supply to the neighboring world country. Those things will crash.
But hold on, are you not saying that even with that production,
Massive
A liter
production.
of fuel would not be as low as 100 naira per liter.
No.
Even when we are refining our own product, because that's the mentality of many Nigerians. They are watching and be like, since we start refining Port Harcourt, we have a Dangote refinery. Can now also come up? It's going to dip or fall down to at least 100 naira per liter.
We have to tell ourselves.
You mean that is not possible? That's not the way it's going to be.
It won't be possible right now, because you just expect them that because Port Harcourt refinery is functioning, Dangote is functioning. They are out there for profit. They are out there for profit. Because one thing is sure, the market force is going to determine what we play, the demand and supply. If we now begin to sell crude oil for 20 naira per barrel or 50 naira per barrel, that 50 naira become what? $100 per barrel in the market. Before, naira had value more than dollar before. 55 kobo to $1.
Okay, just go ahead.
55 kobo to $1 then. So, if the government mean well, all those sectors of the economy have to revamp them. Government need to wake them up.
Government need to wake them up, yeah.
Yes, the government need to wake those other sectors, the textile industry, the agricultural industry, every other sector, wake them up and let them begin to what? Function. That is what the government need to do. And by so doing, at the end of the day, you find that the price of things.
All right. Well, now, deep. So for now, as a marketer, what price should it be? Do you feel would be the benchmark before joining our Abuja studio? What is the benchmark right now? We're buying for about 640, 650. Yes.
Like me, for now, I will expect that once they begin to lift product from this Port Harcourt refinery,
yes,
the cost of importation should be removed.
Okay.
First and foremost.
Okay.
Because you import fuel, that cost of import duty should be removed from the price.
All right.
That's what I'm expecting.
So it should be about 300 naira.
I can't tell that.
Nigerians want to know. They are saying it's going to be 100 naira. Come on, give us 100 naira because then we have the crude oil.
No, as a Nigerian,
we have everything.
As a Nigerian, I would have expected fuel not to be more than 150.
150. All right. Thank you so much, John Peter, because Abuja Network, they're really waiting. Maybe Dominic Oyemi say have a question or two to ask. Maybe his guest is there standing by to just really talk about some other things. Now, in conclusion, before we hand over to Dominic, what advice do you have for Nigerians? In 1 minute, please.
We don't have to lose hope as a Nigerians. We need to pray for our leaders. Whoever is there for a purpose. All right. Our prayer have a lot of things to do towards the president. All
right. Thank you so much. 145 minutes when I'm talking about this particular issue. Time flies. All right.